どうも、勝手に電力2.0に始めたいと思います。今日はですね、妄想会ということで、もしもこのゴジェックが2028年、第2レベルキャップみたいな時にですね、例えば日本の電力関連事業に参入したらというところで、実際にですね、結構皆さんこの海外の事情がわからない方にとっては、このゴジェックだとか、グラブみたいになってくるね、このケースみたいな、このライドシェアリングとかバイクタクシーって言われるようなところの、事業者みたいなところの、わからないとは思うんですけども、おそらく個人的にはですね、妄想的では、このケースの覇者っていうのが、この2つのグラブだとかゴジェック、特に東南アジアっていう文脈で、ウーバーよりもですね、親和性が高いんじゃないか、日本にとってかなり親和性が高いんじゃないかっていうところと、実はバイクタクシー以外のですね、つながりっていうの、例えば、決済分野だとか、それ以外の生活に関わる分野っていうところも出てくるので、このあたりが小売電気事業と実は、かなり親和性が出てくるんじゃないかというところがあるので、この話をしたいんですけれども、まずはですね、ゴジェック自体を知らないと話が始まらないので、今日はですね、ちょっとゴジェックを知ろうというところで、少しゴジェックがどんな会社かというところを Wikipedia みたいなところを使ってですね、お話したいなと思っていますと。ゴジェックはジャカルタに本社を置くインドネシアのベンチャー企業です。ライドシェア、相乗りと物流に注力し、総合サービス事業のような業態に発達していると。2010年10月にナリアム・マカリムによって設立されると。きっかけは、オジェックですね。これ、オジェックっていうのが、このバイクタクシーの運転手の会話から、この勤務時間の7割客待ちということをしたことで、その待ち時間の有効利用するアイデアとして配車サービスを思いついたと。設立の登録ライダーは20人であった2015年1月に Android および iOS 向けのアプリケーションを公開し、物品や書類をバイクで配送する宅配便サービス5000、書類をより大きな物品をトラックで配送するサービス GoBox を開始したと。以後、料理を出す手前、GoFood、買い物を代行する Go マート、マッサージやヘアケア、ネイルケアの専門家を自宅に呼べるサービスなど次々と開始と。だから結構ですね、もう生活に寄り添った、ある意味動くこと、モビリティに関するもののかなり関連事項も全てやっていると。こういったサービスの決済を行うために、決済サービス GoPay を提供し、GoPay を利用して税金や公共料金、保険料を支払う GoBills、携帯料金の支払いをやる Go プラサ、パルサなども展開していると。2018年9月にはベトナムで、これは GoBill ですね。サービスを開始し、同年11月には DBS、これシンガポールの最大の金融機関ですね。グループと提携発表と2019年初めにシンガポールでのサービスを開始することを発表して、また、タイとフィリピンへの進出計画も表明しているということで、かなりですね、もう東南アジアではもう一大事業の事業者になってますと。で、実際これトコペディアっていう日本でいう楽天みたいな、そこでも大きくなるような会社ですけれども、そことくっついて GoTo グループみたいなところになったっていうところが、大きなところで、もうかなりですね、この GDP の多分インドネシアの 2% を占めるような会社だったというようなところになってくるので、そういう意味ではかなりもうデカコーンででかい会社ですと。で、これちょっと英語の方がもっと詳しかったので、英語で話すと、PT Gojek Indonesia, stylized in the lowercase and stylized as Gojek, formerly styled as Gojek, is an Indonesian on-demand multi-service platform and digital payment technology group based in Jakarta. Gojek was first established in Indonesia in 2009 as a call center to connect consumers to courier delivery and two-wheeled ride-hauling services. Gojek launched its application in 2015 with only 4 services: Go Ride, Go Send, Go Shop, and Go Food. Valued at US 10 billion today, Gojek has transformed into a super app, まさにスーパーアプリですね, providing more than 20 services. Gojek operates in 5 countries. 5つの国でも展開してますよと。Indonesia, Vietnam, Singapore, Thailand, and Philippines.Through the acquisition of coins, Gojek is the first Indonesian unicorn company. もう最初のユニコーンカンパニーでしたと。As well as a country first decacorn company. 今はもうデカコーンですと。It is the only company in Southeast Asia that is included in Fortune 15 companies that changed the world in 2017 and 2019, ranked at 17 and 11 respectively. As of June 2020, it has about 107 million users throughout Southeast Asia. On 17 May 2021, Gojek is Tokopedia announced the completion of their merger and established a new holding company called GoTo. Gojek has won financial backing from investors including Astra International, Bilibili, Google, Facebook, PayPal, Mitsubishi, Sequoia, North Star Group, Temasek Holdings, KKR, Wabu, Pincus, Visa, Paralon, Siam, Commercial Bank, and Chinese Internet giant Tencent, JD.com, Meituan.com, Capital Group, among others.The name Gojek comes from the term ojek or motorbike taxis, commonly found throughout Indonesia. It was founded in 2010 with 20 motorbike drivers. Gojek app was launched in January 2015, and in less than 2 years, the app ranked up nearly 30 million downloads. Gojek has partnered with Singapore's biggest bank, DBS. Gojek was co-founded by Nadia Makarim and Michelangelo Mora. Nadiam, a native Indonesian, holds a degree from Brown University and Harvard Business University School. He worked at McKinsey and consulting for 3 years before starting Gojek from a tiny call center with only 20 Gojek drivers, who later become recruiters. As a loyal Gojek user, Nadiam discovered that Gojek drivers spend most of their time waiting for customers, while customers waste time walking around looking for an available Gojek. Gojek was built to solve this problem by providing a platform where drivers and riders can connect effectively and allowing those drivers to improve their income. The other co-founder and longtime high school friend, Michelangelo Moran, aside from serving as the company's brand director, is also known for designing the company's first ironic logo and branding the whole company. As of May 2018, the app offers 18 services with 2 upcoming new services in the online content business, which makes for the total of 20 on-demand services under one platform. Being an Indonesian-run startup plays to Gojek advantage in navigating the local regulatory environment, as well as understanding the local market. This enabled them to bundle features into its app that better suit both local drivers and local consumers. Gojek recruited 100 new graduates in engineering domain from India in 2017. In 2020, the company launched GoStore, a solution that helps local micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises set up online store with ease. And Gojek journey is becoming a unicorn startup started in late 2014 when it secured its first financing round from NSI Venture, now Open Space Ventures, the venture capital fund in the North Star Group. Due to rapid growth in early 2015, Gojek attracted additional investment from Sequoia India and North Star's private equity fund. After closing a round of funding in August 2016, that raised up to 550 million. 2 of India's biggest companies, Astra International and Bilibili.com, invest in Gojek. International investors include tech giants such as American firm Google and Chinese Tencent, along with the global investment company Temasek. A survey revealed Gojek as the most popular ride-hailing app in Indonesia. The company is valued at about 5 billion as of February 2018, which exceeds the total market cap of all transportation companies in Indonesia Stock Exchange, IDX. In May 2018, it was announced that Gojek is investing $500 million towards its international expansion strategy. In January 2019, the startup closed another round of financing for $2 billion. The total valuation of the company reached $9.5 billion. In March 2020, Gojek announced it has received $1.2 billion in funding for its Series F round. The valuation it was seeking for was $10 billion USD. In June 2020, Facebook's messaging platform WhatsApp and PayPal announced they had invested in Gojek as part of the ongoing fundraising round. The size and nature of investments were not disclosed, but they were described and meaningful. And the company's rapid growth triggered a chain of acquisition and partnership. In 2016, Gojek announced acquisition of 2 engineer startups based in India, C42 Engineering and Coordination, and established a development center in Bangalore, India. They also acquired LeftShift, an Indian mobile application developer, and Pianta, an Indian home healthcare startup. In 2017, Gojek acquired Rocket.com, one of Indonesia's biggest online ticket booking and event management system company. In the same year, it acquired three large network fintech firms in Indonesia, Kartuku, Bidtrans, and Mapan, in order to expand its payments business. In January 2019, Gojek acquired a majority stake in mobile wallet Coins.ph. Gojek later sold its stake in Coins.ph in 2022. In June 2019, Gojek acquired AirCTO, an AI recruiting platform based in Bangalore, India. In March 2020, Gojek confirmed to acquire Mocha, the leading SaaS point of sales provider in Indonesia. The talks had been in discussion since 2019 and finalized in March 2020. In December 2020, Gojek was reportedly in talks with Grab to combine their business in what would be the biggest internet merger in Southeast Asia. In February 2021, Gojek was reported to be close to a merger with Tokopedia, shortly before a publicly listing in the US and Indonesian stock markets. On 17 May 2021, 21st, Tokopedia and Gojek confirmed a merger with the establishment of a new entity, GoTo. The establishment of GoTo would make it one of Southeast Asia's largest technology conglomerates. GoTo's gross transaction volume (GTV) was over 22 billion in 2020 across more than 1.8 billion transactions. In July 2021, AirAsia announced that the company will be acquiring Gojek's business in Thailand via an all-stock deal. Upon the acquisition, Gojek will hold 4.76% stake in AirAsia's super app business. Partnerships in 2016, it announced a collaboration with Bluebird, a major Indonesian taxi company. The same year, it launched GoCar, expanding ride-hauling from motorbike-free to cars, and launched GoAut, providing on-demand mechanic services. By August 2016, it had become Indonesia's first online transportation system. In running their GPS, it partnered with Google Maps. Other partnerships include entertainment, Google Play, and MC Vision, bill payment, Ion Credit Service, and Suzuki Finance Indonesia, and the national electricity provider PLN, as well as the national health insurance BPJS Kesehatan. In February 2019, Garuda Indonesia CEO Ali Ashkara told Reuters that Garuda is in advanced discussions with Gojek for the delivery of products sold on Gojek across 17,000 Indonesian islands. In August 2019, the Wall Street Journal reported Gojek had held preliminary talks with Amazon on the partnership would involve the retail giant making a sizable investment in Gojek to tap into the company's delivery infrastructure in order to expand Amazon's market reach in Indonesia. In September 2020, Gojek announced a partnership with Unilever. As part of this collaboration, Gojek partners with Unilever through the recently launched GoToko. GoToko is a B2B digital platform that connects micro, small, and medium enterprises in Indonesia with leading consumer goods companies. This cooperation allows MSME players to use GoToko to access a complete range of daily necessities products from various brands, including Unilever, at competitive prices and affordable shipping costs. In fact, a research study reports that the average income of full-time driver partner, 3.4 million rupiah per month, is 1.25 times higher than the average minimum wage in Indonesia, 2.8 million rupiah per month. The average income of driver partners, 3.31 million rupiah, is higher than professional employee in general, 3.10 million for transportation sector employees, 2.34 million for industrial sector employees, and 2.66 million for staff employees. As per Temasek Digital YouTube channel, Gojek has contributed an estimated 9.9 trillion, 732 million US dollar annually to the Indonesian economy. Another research article reports that Gojek contribute 8.2 trillion rupiah annually into the Indonesian economy through the income of driver partners. An additional 138.6 billion rupiah per month are contributed into national economy since SME merchant partners joined GoFood and rupiah 1.7 trillion into Indonesian economy through the income of MSE merchant partners. Services. GoPay is Indonesia's fourth biggest e-wallet service, behind the country's largest lender, Bank Mandiri, e-money, Bank Central Asia Flats, and telecom firm Telkomsel T-Cash. In October 2017, GoPay transactions continued 30% of overall e-money transactions in Indonesia. In the same year, the service was awarded the most productive fintech company to support the national cashless movement by the Capital Bank. In May 2017, the service acquired a license from the central bank to use QR code scan for payments. GoRide, the first online motorcycle taxi service in Indonesia. As of May 2018, Gojek has more than 1 million fleets. A GoCar, a riding-hailing service for cars. Go Bluebird enable customers to request Bluebird taxi in the app. Unlike fixed fare that GoCar charges, it is a metered taxi service. GoFood, an instant food delivery service with more than 250,000 merchants all over Indonesia. GoFood Festival is an online food court chain concept from GoFood, which sells food and beverage from GoFood merchants. It has opened in major cities in Indonesia such as Surabaya, Makassar, and Palembang, and with more than 15 stores across the country, has become the most well-networked food court chain concept in Indonesia. GoMart offers app-based grocery shopping at supermarket listed in the Gojek app. GoShop, similar to GoMart, it allows customers to purchase goods from shops that are not listed in GoMart. GoSend is an on-demand courier service to send items and documents with no limits on distance within one delivery zone. GoBox is similar to GoSend for moving large items using pickup trucks, single-axle trucks, and single-axle box trucks. GoTix is an app-based entertainment ticket selling services. GoMed, an app-based medicine delivery service, partnering with HelloDoc on its Apotek Enter feature. GoMessage enables customers to request a personal message use. GoClean, an app professional house cleaning service. GoGlam, an app-based personal hair stylist, nail care, waxing, and facial service. GoOut, an app-based oat care for maintenance, including car washing, as well as emergency repair. GoPulsar, an app-based phone credit top-up service. GoPulsar can only be paid by GoPay. GoBuild is a service to pay PLN electricity. まさに電気代払いますね。Purchase PLN electricity tokens and pay BPJS insurance premiums. GoPoints is a loyalty program from Gojek. Users receive a token for each transaction and can redeem with rewards through the app. GoPlay and GoStudio. The company announced plans to venture into online content business with GoPlay as a video streaming provider and GoStudio as their production house. GoPlay officially launched their service September 2019. GoPultamina、まさにこれ石油会社エネオスみたいなところですね。An on-demand fuel delivery service in partnership with Indonesia's oil major, Pertamina. Bring fuels to users from the nearest Pertamina gas station. Go nearby a directory service connecting GoFood merchant with Gojek customers. GoRide and GoCar Project Plus. The company announced a plan to add new service which offers better security to the users. Gojek's rapid growth and market dominance in Indonesia has led to prominent media coverage, including criticism primarily stemming from conventional taxi and ojek service. Gojek was briefly banned from operations by the Ministry of Transportation Along with other ride-hailing services, the ban was opposed by a huge number of Indonesians, mustering public support with the hashtag #SaveGojek that became a top trending topic on Twitter in Indonesia. The ban was lifted the very same day after President Joko Widodo criticized it, stating the government should not prohibit innovation and asserting the ban would adversely affect the lives of many Indonesians who rely on Gojek's services. In October 2018, the Indonesian Minister of Transportation, Budi Karya Sumadi, applied a new rule for online taxis. PM 108 replaced the previous PM 26, regulating the use of private cars being used for public transportation. Since its inception, Gojek has seen a number of large-scale demonstrations by their drivers. In June 2021, just a few days before the official merger of Gojek and Tokopedia, Gojek drivers announced that they were going on a 3-day strike due to a change in Gojek's career service vertical. Incentive scheme resulting in significantly reduced tariff for the drivers. As part of the resistance, the driver planned not to accept and go Kilat orders in Greater Jakarta and Bandung. In March 2018, only a week after the film raised a new round of capital, thousands of drivers showed up on foot around the road across the presidential palace in the demonstration against the tariff, which was roughly 1,600 rupiah 50 cents per kilometer then. The demand was continued in the future protest in January 2020, where the driver demanded action from the Ministry of Transportation, who had promised to evaluate the tariffs that were set by these firms. Drivers felt that these tariffs should be handled on the provincial level, as each provincial government has autonomy to set their own minimum wages. One of the earliest demonstrations by Gojek drivers was back in 2015, when they protested in front of Gojek's first headquarters in Kemang, Jakarta, insisting that they meet Nadia Makarim, co-founder and then CEO, demanding for transparency in the incentive scheme. Drivers felt it was unfair that their pay was slashed for an inventory deposit they were not aware of, such as the Gojek driver jacket that was initially lent to them on the rental mechanism, but was eventually being billed to them. It's a sustainability zone, Gojek Sustainability. We are committed to creating positive impact and long-term value for people and the planet through all we do. Gojek is Vietnam, Singapore, Indonesia. Protecting our planet, management emissions across our ecosystem, accelerating the adoption of electric vehicles, promoting the use of renewable energy, enabling our consumers to offset their carbon footprint, uniting for cleaner air quality. At GoTo, we are transforming how we do business to mitigate the environmental impact of our company and that of our broader ecosystem. In line with our goals of achieving zero emissions and zero waste across all our business by 2030, it's very high level. We will continue to collaborate with partners to credibly respond to our material environmental issues, which includes climate action, packaging, use and disposal, and waste, managing emissions across our ecosystem. As a company facilitating the transportation and mobility of people and goods every day, one of the most material environmental issues for our ecosystem is greenhouse gas GHG emissions. We look at our emissions footprint holistically, continuously assessing and investing in ways we can become more efficient in our energy use and reduce dependence on fossil fuels. We calculate and manage our emissions inventory in alignment with the Greenhouse Gas Protocol, and quantifying the total GHG emissions attributed to our direct and indirect operational activities. Having an accurate, transparent, and regularly updated inventory allows us to understand the total impact of our ecosystem on the climate, and in turn, develop viable emission reduction strategies in order to reach our goal of zero emission by 2030. Accelerating the adoption of electric vehicles. A key part of our emission reduction strategy is to shift all vehicles in our ecosystem to electric vehicle EVs by 2030, as most of our emissions are from the vehicle used to move people and goods across our ecosystem. Starting in Indonesia, a country with one of the highest motorbike usage in the world, we begin this journey with a focus on two-wheel EVs. Our roadmap to achieve our target of 100% EVs by 2030 features the following phase: understanding and 2019, 2021, next piloting, and 2023 scaling. It's a research to understand the needs of EV landscape in Indonesia. Source 500 EV bikes and set up 40 battery swapping stations across 7 locations in South Jakarta. Scaling R&D for vehicle and battery technology most suitable for Indonesian market. Scaling up EVs and battery swap ecosystem, converting 100% drivers fleet EVs by 2030. In order to find the most suitable go-to-market solution, we have collaborated with several key players across the EV value chain: Gogoro, Gushit, Mitsubishi Motors, Santomo, Purtamina, and TBS Energy Utama. TBS. Mitsubishi Motors and Santomo is a Japanese company. Early results have helped produce the insights to support our ecosystem transition to EVs. Battery swap infrastructure for two-wheel EVs is a preferred over charging station to reduce time spent to the charge. Our rental model is preferred over outright purchase by driver partners to keep upfront capital costs lower. With certain vehicle financing schemes, driver partners can potentially save up to 30% on their monthly vehicle-related expense by adopting EVs instead of traditional vehicle with internal combustion engines. In 2021, through our partnership with PT Karya Baru TBS, a subsidiary of PT TBS Energy Utama (TBK), we established a joint venture named PT Energy Kriasi Bahasama, also known as Electrum, to accelerate the development of EVs in Indonesia. Electrum has already procured 500 two-wheel EVs for GoTo and set up the battery swap station network with Purtamina for EVs in South Jakarta. With the total cost of ownership, TCO, and availability of battery swap station infrastructure as the primary challenges, we are exploring opportunities related to the assembly and manufacturing of more two-wheels EVs domestically to reduce costs and improve local expertise in the field. Second, building of new partnership to expand the network battery swap stations across Indonesia. Key to our approach to climate action is shifting all vehicles in our ecosystem to electric vehicles. Why? We know the largest part of our emissions footprint as a company is from the mobility products and services on Gojek's platform. And as such, we are investing in ensuring the right infrastructure, support, and resources are available for our ecosystem to make that shift. It's also part of our commitment to help build a cleaner, more accessible, and sustainable mobility system in Indonesia and the regions. Hit Signa, head of Transport Gojek, Electrum is at its very core a company established to resolve one of our great visions for Indonesia, to build a cleaner, more sustainable mobility system for all. Through the partnership between Gojek and TBS, leveraging both our strengths and that of our partners, a clearly aligned mission and set of values and share sheer passion and dedication of our team. We know we'll make credible impact in achieving that very vision. I am personally so excited about what the future holds and bringing Electrum to scale. Promoting the use of renewable energy. Indonesia aims to achieve a 23% share of renewable energy in its national energy consumption by 2025, which is almost double the current level of 12%. Growing renewable energy investments and products are already in the pipeline, reinforced by the country's geographic features, which provide a wide range of sources for renewable energy generation, including hydropower, tidal, solar, and geothermal energy. At GoTo Group, we are beginning to transition to renewable energy sources to power our offices and warehouses, with the aim of having 100% renewable energy power over the next few years. In 2019, Tokopedia participated in Garatam Jurakan National Sejuta Surya Atap GNSSA, a national initiative to install 1 million rooftop solar panels. Tokopedia is one of only 14 companies to take part in this initiative and has installed rooftop solar panels in our HQ with our headquarters partner Surya. In addition to these efforts, as of January 2022, GoTo has purchased 361 renewable energy certificates RECs from Parasuham District Nagara (PNN), which is equivalent to 361,000 kilowatt-hour of electricity consumption. These REC numbers will continue to grow to offset some of our carbon footprint and increase our contribution to renewable energy projects, enabling our consumers to offset their carbon footprint. In 2021, we took further action to offset the carbon emission that we are currently unable to avoid. Across our various platforms, we have provided users with the ability to offset some of the carbon emissions from their use of our energy. GoCar GoRide carbon offset feature. We introduced an in-app feature for carbon offsetting for our GoCar and GoRide users. It needs to be activated only once and will be automatically applied for all subsequent trips for that user. There are plans to introduce their feature into our other mobility product moving forward. User-donated tree plantation. On Tokopedia's platform, we provide users the option of donating funds to plant trees. This is done in partnership with Yayasan Conservancy and Alam Nusantara YKM. The funds gathered throughout 2021 were enough to support the planting of over 7,000 trees. And the program also promotes community-based environmental action that improves the livelihood of local community. Gojek users in Indonesia have the option to activate Go Greener tree corrective for each Go Ride and Go Car ride taken in the app. Activating the feature will seamlessly allow users to add a fixed amount to their total booking fee that will be sent to our partner, Gojek, who subsequently works together with relevant non-governmental organizations to plant trees across the country. The calculations for specifying the number of trees required to absorb the emission from these rides are performed based on the best available scientific research and guideline issued by the Indonesian Ministry of Environment and Forestry and Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC). How are the prices calculated for each user? A fixed amount is charged to the users who have activated the Go Greener tree collectives. The amount is calculated based on the number of trees needed to absorb the average emissions by a two-wheel or four-wheel vehicle on Go Ride and Go Car respectively. How are the planted trees maintained and monitored? The trees are maintained in regulated conservation areas and monitored by Gojek and Gojek in using a technology-enabled monitoring system that helps to identify and analyze tree growth, soil and air quality, and the amount of carbon absorbed. These data points are shaped with users through a dashboard, sent via email for a period of up to 3 years for each tree plant. How does the program above help the environment? Trees play an important role in the absorption of carbon dioxide emissions from the atmosphere, as well as the release of oxygen back to nature. The addition of new trees also expand green space, which is vital for air quality and mitigate the impact of the climate crisis. Different trees have different effects. Mangroves, the kind of tree selected for the start of the Go Greener tree collective, also protects coral reefs from sedimentation and protects the coast for erosion caused by waves. In addition to their high capacity for carbon absorption, they have been proven to significantly reduce wind speed and destruction from strong waves and tsunamis. Mangroves also serve as a national habitat for the variety territorial and marine ecosystem that include fish, coral reefs, and endangered species. Uniting for cleaner air quality, GoTo is founding member of the World Economic Forum's Alliance for Clean Air. As part of this alliance, we will be testing and refining the air pollutant emissions standard developed by the Climate and Clean Air Coalition and Stockholm Environment Institute. These guidelines will help companies measure the air quality impact throughout their value chain and take steps to reduce it. Alongside other alliance members, we will also advocate for better air quality in our city with local governments and industry partners through practical science and databases,